I just wanted to tell this story real quick. So today is day 4 of cosmetology school for me. For the people that know me, you may or may not know that this is my second time going to cosmetology school. And I had taken cosmetology all throughout high school, and immediately after high school, I'm like, duh, I want to do hair. Hello, I love it. First time I went to Rivertown School, I hated it. I hated the atmosphere. It was just, I didn't feel like I was supposed to be there. I just hated it. So after a few months, I quit, and I'm like, maybe this isn't for me. I don't know. So fast forward, as I was starting to make growth stimulator, it made me be like, dang, I really miss doing hair. When we got here to San Antonio, I started looking at cosmetology schools, and I was like, oh, they have a Paul Mitchell here, cool, you know. But I saw that the hours that would work best for me for evening were 5:30 to 10, and I'm like, this really would be inconvenient. I was like, you know what, although I want to do this, this is just terrible timing. Like, it feels like something is still pulling me there. I said, you know what, let me just pray about it. I asked God, I said, God, if this is something that is meant for me to do right now, I need to see my grandma Vera's name. About 2 days later, a lunchbox came for Luke. He wanted a Spider-Man lunchbox, and in the lunchbox they had this little like brochure thing in there where it was showing other things that the company sold. And he's like, Mommy, look, and showing me all the stuff. And so then I'm looking. In that little booklet, there was a little girl holding a cup, like a little tumbler cup, and it said Vera on it, my grandma's name. So I'm like, all right. I'm a little taken aback by it, but I kind of almost just a little bit kind of brush it off, just a little bit. I guess God was probably like, oh, she don't hear me. She don't hear me. So I took the kids to the playground maybe about, I want to say it might have been a week after that, week and a half or something. And went to the playground. They're playing with another little boy. They're just, having a good time. And I see them over here by these rocks. And I hear Lauren like, oh, what does that say? So I go over there. I'm like, what are y'all doing over here? And Lauren's looking at it, trying to read whatever it is. And I look and I was like, what is that? It's no other sidewalk chalk anywhere else on this playground near this spot. In blue sidewalk chalk, it said Red was here, which was my grandma's nickname. Almost everybody that knew my grandma called her that. I'm like, oh my God. So me doing this right now and choosing to do this right now is honestly just me being obedient. I grew up in the church, right? And because I have such a thing about being in control, trusting God really is something I just kind of always low-key did, if you know what I mean. I don't know if anybody has done this, but where even my prayers, I'm like, it's like, God, I trust you to let me do blank. It would be, little subtle things like that. And I feel like God picked up on that. So I started feeling convicted by it where, I was like, ooh, I really just have to trust God fully, like all the way, not just saying I do, I feel like this is a result of it. And I feel like God was like, okay, you said you're going to really trust me. Let me test it out. Let me see. So that is why I'm in cosmetology right now. Cosmetology school for the second time, although I do not think this is the best time, but pull over, let them drive. Time for me to go to cosmetology school. And I'll talk to y'all later.